The opening to the City of God is one of the strongest hooks that I've seen in cinema. Beginning with a close-up of the knife being sharpened against a rock, interspersed with shots of the rest of the party, this centers us on the knife and creates rhythm out of both the music playing and the knife sharpening that will guide the scene to follow. The knife's purpose is also shown during these shots, with close-up shots of vegetables being diced and the slaughter of chickens for the party. We then get the character that will be our focus for the first half of the scene, a chicken. We watch as other butchered chicken's feathers fall in front of its face, then cutting to a close-up of the feathers falling into a pan, and another chicken being boiled before cutting back to our chicken, its breathing in and out emphasized in frame. We then get more frantic cutting between elements of the party and the slaughter of other chickens. It's at this point our titular chicken is broken free. A very close shot of its tied leg establishing the thing that's keeping it. Another shot of a chicken biting at it, followed quickly by one final one of the rope coming loose. It's important to mention that all these shots are extreme close-ups, emphasize the claustrophobia of the chicken being trapped, and it adds to this building anxious energy that started with the knife being sharpened, keeping the frantic pace as it jumps down using a repeat cut to emphasize this action. Upon landing, we get the shot of blood of the other chickens, but the music cuts and we get a moment of calm before the partygoers realize the chicken is gone. Our first line of dialogue comes from a man we'll know as Little Z, as he tells everyone to chase after the chicken. What comes next is a sequence of shots as the chicken runs, cutting multiple times, building momentum with each of these until we get the first of many impressive tracking shots of the chicken running through the streets. Each element of the sequence is used to build momentum, which is then dumped, whereupon the sound of a gun firing, we then cut to our protagonist, Rocket. This cut creates a juxtaposition between the action of the gang chasing after the chicken and the seemingly more quiet life of Rocket and his friend Mr. Foreshadowing. Mr. Foreshadowing works on how it'd be insane to risk his life for a photo before cutting back to the action of the gang chasing the chicken. We then get a further expansion on the chase sequence, using much the same techniques as the previous one, that being tracking shots, multiple straight cuts, shots of the gang, and shots of the chicken. And even shots at the chicken. Wait, shots at the chicken? We additionally get some more techniques used, such as this extreme close-up shot of the chicken's wing as it takes off. It's an extremely effective way to emphasize the action of flight. At the end of this chase, we end up in a street, a cop car driving through it, and the chicken ducking under said cop car, at which point we cut back to Rocket and Mr. Foreshadowing on the street. Mr. Foreshadowing remarks that if Rocket runs into Little Z, he'd be shot. It's at this point Little Z walks in the street, reverse shotting to him. The cut to Little Z both implies that this is Little Z without needing to say his name, and the slow-mo implies Rocket's fear. This is an expert use of the Kuleshov effect. Sense of fear is raised when we cut back to Rocket, the camera spinning around him, not letting us stay grounded and creating a sense of anxiety. This shot of Rocket ends in slow motion, being applied to where he blinks, which helps emphasize the expression on his face. Little Z orders Rocket to grab the chicken, and when we cut back to Rocket trying to grab the chicken, our focus is still on him as the cop car from earlier pulls into the background and the cops get out. Heading back to Little Z and the gang, they all arm their weapons, aiming at the cops. When we get this shot of Rocket looking behind him, the camera spinning around him, facing the gang, facing the cops, just as Rocket went from looking at the gang to looking at the cops. During which, Rocket starts giving his narration.
Mas na cidade de Deus, se correr o bicho pega, e se ficar o bicho come.
And upon saying, they get you, the camera spins from looking at the cops to looking at the gang, cutting to the gang to add emphasis on this. We then get the one last spin around Rocket as he explains how it's been this way since he was a child, the motion of the spin being used to seamlessly cut from one scene to the next using a dissolve. Just like how I am going to seamlessly transition from this point to the end of the video. Oh,
Hey,
hey, what's up,
cool
man?
video, but you didn't talk about the lighting.
Ah, shit. All jokes aside, the lighting in this movie is incredible, especially when here it shines off the gun, emphasizing it as a point of danger, or here where it shines behind the gangsters to show them as a force blocking out the light. It's a genius technique that's used multiple times throughout the film, and if you're looking out for it, can really add to the viewing experience. Anyway, time to end for real.